Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I am Ehtiram Bibi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Cohort University of Science and Technology, Cohort. Today I am going to take the first online class of Basic Organic Chemistry 1, KM 1221 on topic aromatic hydrocarbons. Outline of today's lecture include introduction to aromatic hydrocarbon, characteristic properties of aromatic hydrocarbon, and how we distinguish aromatic hydrocarbon from anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. At the end, I will discuss about characteristic properties of non-aromatic hydrocarbons. Learning outcome. At the end of this lecture, every student will be able to define aromatic hydrocarbons and to differentiate between aromatic, non-aromatic, and anti-aromatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic hydrocarbon. The word aromatic is derived from the Greek word aroma, which means a sweet or pleasant odor. The earliest known example of aromatic compounds are benzene and toluene, and both these molecules, benzene and toluene, have pleasant smell. So this is the structure of benzene and toluene, and both these are the earliest known aromatic hydrocarbon, and they have pleasant odor. So this property led to the term aromatic for this class of compound. Which class of compound? The class of compound which consists of benzene or benzene derivatives such as toluene are known as aromatic hydrocarbon. For example, we can see over here the vanillin molecule. It is a benzene derivative. It consists of a benzene ring which is substituted with different groups at different position. And it is generally present in vanilla ice cream, and it have a pleasant odor or sweet odor. Similarly, here is another molecule, cinnamaldehyde, and cinnamaldehyde is present in cinnamon, and it is usually people use it in tea, and it have various application in our daily life. It boosts the immune system. Similarly, here we can see this is another derivative of benzene, ethanol, and it is generally extracted from the cloves, and it is used for the synthesis of toothpaste. So this ethanol have also a pleasant odor. So the initially aromatic hydrocarbon were defined as those hydrocarbon which consist of a benzene ring or benzene derivative and having good, sweet or pleasant odor are known as aromatic hydrocarbon. But with the passage of time and with the discovery of new aromatic hydrocarbon, it was observed that not all aromatic hydrocarbon have good smell. For example, this is the structure of anthracene, which is a derivative of benzene, but it have a very bad odor. Similarly, this is a thiophenol, which is a derivative of benzene, but it have foul smelling. So the initial definition were not applicable on these two molecules. And the second point is that there are certain aromatic hydrocarbons which are not derivative of benzene. For example, this is azolene, which is not a derivative of benzene, and it is aromatic. Similarly, this is the cyclopentadienyl aniline. It is not a derivative of benzene, but it is aromatic. So the initial definition that aromatic hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons which consist of benzene or benzene derivative and having a sweet, pleasant odor are not applicable on these anthracene thiophenol molecule and azolene and cyclopentadienyl aniline molecule. So the Huckel was a scientist, and he updated the definition of aromatic hydrocarbons as that if the hydrocarbon is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure, and possess 4n plus 2 pi electron, then that hydrocarbon will be considered as an aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is the updated definition which was suggested in 1872 by Huckel, that a hydrocarbon will be aromatic if it is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure, and possess 4n plus 2 pi electron. So the updated definition is that planar structure, that hydrocarbon will be aromatic if it have a planar structure, fully conjugated, and possess 4n plus 2 pi electron, then that hydrocarbon will be known as aromatic hydrocarbon. For example, benzene, toluene, anthracene, and azolene. These are the structure. This is the structure of benzene, and we can see that it have a planar structure. It is cyclic, it is fully conjugated, consists of alternate carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon single bond, and it consists of 4n plus 2 pi electron, 6 pi electron. Similarly, here we can see that this is ethylene molecule. It is cyclic molecule, it is planar, and it consists of alternate carbon-carbon double and carbon-carbon single bond, fully conjugated and possessing 4n plus 2 pi electron. Similarly, anthracene is also aromatic because it consists of a planar cyclic molecule, fully conjugated and possessing 4n plus 2 pi electron. So the updated definition of aromatic hydrocarbon is that the planar cyclic hydrocarbon which are fully conjugated and possesses 4n plus 2 pi electron are known as aromatic hydrocarbons. Now, what are the characteristic properties of aromatic hydrocarbons? The first property which is required for the aromaticity of hydrocarbon, that the hydrocarbon must be cyclic. If a hydrocarbon is open chain compound, then it will not be considered as an aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is the first condition for aromatic hydrocarbons, that the hydrocarbon must be in a closed chain compound. Second property, that it must be fully conjugated. Fully conjugated means that each carbon or each atom in the cyclic ring must be sp2 hybridized. If it is sp2 hybridized, then it will be fully conjugated. If any atom in the ring is sp3 hybridized, then it will not be considered as fully conjugated molecule. The third property is that the aromatic hydrocarbon must be plate or planar molecule. Planar molecule means that each carbon in the molecule must be sp2 hybridized, and the planarity is compulsory for the aromaticity of hydrocarbon, because only in planar case the pi electron delocalize, because if it is not planar molecule, then the delocalization will affect and it will not be fully conjugated. So planarity is the third characteristic property for aromatic hydrocarbon. The fourth property is that it must obey Huckel rule. Now, what is Huckel rule? Huckel stated that if a cyclic fully conjugated planar molecule contain 4n plus 2 pi electron, then it will be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. Now, let's apply the Huckel rule and find out that which molecule will be considered as aromatic. So, if we put the value of n is equal to 0, the value of n may be 0, 1, 2, 3 or any integral number starting from 0. So if we put n is equal to 0, then for zeros are 0 plus 2, so it consists of 2 pi electrons. So according to Huckel rule, if a hydrocarbon is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure and contain 2 pi electron, then it will be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. Similarly, we can see that if we put the n value 1, then the second aromatic hydrocarbon consists of 6 pi electron. If we put the value of n is equal to 2, then we obtain the third aromatic hydrocarbon, which consists of 10 pi electron, and so on. We can see that if we put n is equal to 4, then the 18 pi electron system will also be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. So according to Huckel rule, if a hydrocarbon is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure and consists of 2 pi electron, 6 pi electron, 10 pi electron, 14 pi electron, and so on, will be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. Now let's apply these characteristic properties on certain molecule and see that whether this hydrocarbon is aromatic or non-aromatic. So this is a cyclohexane molecule. And we apply the first property of aromatic hydrocarbon, which is that it is cyclic. So it obeys the first property, or it possesses the first property of aromatic hydrocarbon. Second property is that it must be fully conjugated. We can see no conjugation in this molecule, so it do not obey the second property, as well as it have not planar structure, because each carbon is sp3 hybridized, not sp2 hybridized. For aromatic hydrocarbon, it compulsory that each atom in the ring must be sp2 hybridized. It is not a planar structure because carbon is sp3 hybridized. And it do not obey Huckel rule, because according to Huckel rule, if the cyclic compound contain 2 pi electron, it will be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. Now let's apply this property on benzene molecule. We can see that it is cyclic molecule, so it possesses the first property of aromatic hydrocarbon. Second one, that it is fully conjugated. We can see that it consists of alternate carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-carbon double bond, so it can easily be delocalized inside the ring, so it's fully conjugated. and fully conjugated because each carbon atom in this ring is sp2 hybridized. We can see that this carbon, this carbon, this carbon, every carbon is sp2 hybridized. So it means that it is fully conjugated. And as each atom is sp2 hybridized, so sp2 hybridized have generally a planar structure, planar geometry. So this molecule is a planar structure. And the fourth property is that it must obey the Huckel rule. So it also obeys the Huckel rule. It consists of 6 pi electron, 2 pi electron here, 2 pi electron here, and 2 pi electron here. So it also obeys the Huckel rule. It consists of 6 pi electron. So it is aromatic in nature. So we can see that this benzene molecule is aromatic, while the cyclohexane molecule is not aromatic because it do not possess the property of aromatic hydrocarbon. While benzene possesses all the property of aromatic hydrocarbon, so benzene is an aromatic hydrocarbon. Now let's apply this property on certain other molecule. This is the simplest cyclopropenyl cation molecule, and we will see that whether this molecule is aromatic or non-aromatic. So the first property that the hydrocarbon must be cyclic. Yes, it is a cyclic molecule. We can see that it is a cyclic molecule. The second property that it must be fully conjugated. We can see that it carrying positive charge. So this pi electron delocalize here and then delocalize in the 3 atoms. So it is fully conjugated. It's then each atom in this cyclic molecule is sp2 hybridized. This carbon is sp2 hybridized. This carbon is sp2 hybridized, and this carbon is sp2 hybridized. So it means that it is fully conjugated, and it have a planar structure. The structure is mentioned over here, that all the atoms lying in the same plane. So it is a planar structure. Each carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. And the fourth property is that it obeys Huckel rule because it consists of 2 pi electron. You can see over here that it consists of 2 pi electron. And in the previous slide, I have mentioned that if an aromatic hydrocarbon is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure, and possess 2 pi electron, that hydrocarbon will be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. The next example is the cyclopropenyl anion molecule. And we can see over here that it is also a cyclic molecule. Yes, it is a cyclic molecule. It is fully conjugated because this negative charge delocalized on these 3 carbon atom. It have also planar structure like cyclopropenyl cation, and it do not obey the Huckel rule for aromatic hydrocarbon because it consists of 4 pi electron, 2 pi electron here and 2 pi electron here, which delocalize. So therefore, it do not obey the 4 property of aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is non-aromatic hydrocarbon. So now we can see that this is not obeying the property of the 4 property of aromatic hydrocarbon, or simply we can see that it do not obey the Huckel rule for aromatic hydrocarbon. So therefore, this molecule is non-aromatic in nature. Here is another example, cyclopentadiene molecule. And let's apply the aromatic property on this molecule. It is cyclic, yes. It is fully conjugated, no, because these 4 carbon atom, this carbon atom, this carbon atom, this one, and this one is sp2 hybridized, but this carbon is sp3 hybridized. So these 4 are in conjugation, but it is not in conjugation with this carbon atom. So it is not fully conjugated. It do not obey the second property of aromatic hydrocarbon. The third property it also do not obey because this is not a planar structure. Generally, when all the atoms are sp2 hybridized, then the structure are planar. But in this case, this carbon is sp3 hybridized, therefore it have not a planar structure. And it do not obey the Huckel rule because according to Huckel rule, only 2 pi electron and 6 pi electrons are considered to be aromatic hydrocarbon. And this consists of 4 pi electron, which is not completely delocalized. According to Huckel rule, only 2 pi electron and 6 pi electron will be considered the aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is considered as non-aromatic hydrocarbon. The next example is azolene molecule. It is a cyclic molecule. It is fully conjugated. We can see that each atom, each carbon atom in this ring molecule is sp2 hybridized. It consists of alternate carbon-carbon double and carbon-carbon single bond. So it is fully conjugated. Each atom is sp2 hybridized. So it means that it have a planar structure, and it obeys the Huckel rule. It consists of 10 pi electron. 4 pi electron in this ring and 6 pi electron in this ring. So total 10 pi electron. And according to Huckel rule, if a molecule consists of 10 pi electron, then it will be considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. So it possesses the 4 property of aromatic hydrocarbon. So this molecule is known as aromatic hydrocarbon. The next example is anthracene molecule. It is cyclic. It is fully conjugated, as one can see that it consists of alternate carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon single bond. Each atom in this molecule is sp2 hybridized, so it have a planar structure and it obeys the Huckel rule. It consists of 6 pi electron here, 4 pi electron here and 4 pi electron here. So total 14 pi electron are present in this molecule. And according to Huckel rule, if a molecule is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure and possess 14 pi electron, then that molecule is considered to be aromatic hydrocarbon. Now what is about anti-aromatic hydrocarbons? So now we will discuss about the characteristic property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So the first property required for anti-aromatic hydrocarbon is that it must be cyclic. If the compound is open chain molecule, then it will not be considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon similar to aromatic hydrocarbon. The second property is that the hydrocarbon must be fully conjugated similar to the aromatic hydrocarbon. Fully conjugated means that each atom in the ring must be sp2 hybridized. The structure must be planar because for delocalization, planarity is compulsory. The fourth property is that it must obey the Huckel rule, which states that a hydrocarbon will be anti-aromatic if it consists of 4 n pi electron. So the first three properties of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon is similar to the aromatic hydrocarbon, but only the fourth property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon is different from aromatic hydrocarbon, and that is the Huckel rule, that the anti-aromatic hydrocarbon consists of 4 pi electron, while the aromatic hydrocarbon consists of 4 n plus 2 pi electron. Now we can see over here that in this case the n start from 1, not from 0. For aromatic hydrocarbon it start from 0, and for anti-aromatic hydrocarbon n start from 1 because 0 mean nothing. When we put the value of n equal to 1, then the first anti-aromatic hydrocarbon will consist of 4 pi electron. The second aromatic hydrocarbon will consist of 8 pi electron if we put the value of n 2. So if we put 2, so 2 4s are 8. So the second anti-aromatic hydrocarbon will consist of 8 pi electron. The third aromatic hydrocarbon will consist of 12 pi electron and so on. Now let's apply these properties on certain molecule and see that whether the given hydrocarbon is aromatic or anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So now this is the molecule of cyclobutadiene. This is cyclobutadiene molecule. Now let's apply the anti-aromatic properties on this molecule. The first property is that it must be cyclic. So we can see that it is a cyclic molecule. The second property that it must be fully conjugated. We can see it consists of alternate carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-carbon double bond. Each atom is sp2 hybridized, so it is fully conjugated, and each atom is sp2 hybridized, so it means that it have a planar structure. And the fourth property is that it must obey the Huckel rule. So according to Huckel rule, it consists of 4 pi electrons, this 2 pi electron here and 2 pi electron here, 4 pi electron. And according to Huckel rule, if a hydrocarbon is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure and possess 4 pi electron, then it will be considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So it possesses the fourth property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So cyclobutadiene molecule is an anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. Second example is this pentylene molecule, and this pentylene molecule is also cyclic. It is fully conjugated because we can see that it consists of alternate carbon-carbon single and carbon-carbon double bond. Each atom in the ring is sp2 hybridized, so it have a planar structure, and it possesses 8 pi electron. And according to Huckel rule, if a hydrocarbon is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure and possess 8 pi electron, here it is mentioned 8 pi electron, then it will be considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. Now let's apply these properties on certain other molecule to see whether the given hydrocarbons are anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. This is the molecule of cyclobutadiene molecule, and it obeys the first property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon, that it must be cyclic. So it is a cyclic molecule. It must be fully conjugated, which is the requirement for the anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. And we can see that it is not fully conjugated because these 4 carbon atom is sp2 or sp2 hybridized, but this carbon is sp3 hybridized. So it is not fully conjugated. These pi electrons do not delocalize among the 5 atoms of this ring. So it do not obey the second properties of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. The third property that it must have a planar structure for anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So we can see that it do not have a planar structure because this carbon is sp3 hybridized, so it have a tetrahedral carbon. And these carbon are planar, these 4 carbon atom. But this carbon is not planar, it is a tetrahedral geometry. So this molecule is not planar at all. So it do not obey the third property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. And the fourth property that it must contain 4 pi electron. Yes, it consists of 4 pi electron, but it do not delocalize on all the atom. According to Huckel rule, if a compound is cyclic, fully conjugated, and have planar structure and possessing 4 pi electron, then it will be considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. But it do not obey the fully conjugation, and planar. It have not a planar structure, so therefore it is considered as non-aromatic hydrocarbon. If among the 4 property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon, if a single property is not possessing by a given hydrocarbon, then it will consider not considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. Now here is the example of heptylene molecule. It is a cyclic molecule. Yes, it is fully conjugated. We can see that it consists of sp2 carbon atom. Each atom in the ring, each ring is sp2 hybridized, so it have a planar structure, and it possesses 12 pi electron, 6 pi electron in this ring and 6 pi electron in this ring. So 12 pi electron. So it possesses the 4 property of anti-aromatic hydrocarbon, that it is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure, and obey the Huckel rule. So this molecule is, heptylene molecule is an anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. Similarly, we can see over here the cyclooctatetraene molecule. It is a cyclic molecule. It is fully conjugated because each atom is sp2 hybridized. So it have a planar structure, and according to Huckel rule, it consists of 8 pi electrons. So according to Huckel rule, if a molecule is cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure, and possess 8 pi electron, then that molecule will be considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is an anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. Now, how we can differentiate anti-aromatic hydrocarbon from non-aromatic hydrocarbons? The hydrocarbon is non-aromatic if the compound does not possess any of the above mentioned property of aromatic and anti-aromatic compounds. What are the properties of aromatic and anti-aromatic hydrocarbons? The property that the molecule must be cyclic, fully conjugated, have planar structure, and possess 4n plus 2 pi electron, that molecule will be considered as aromatic. And if a molecule is planar, fully conjugated, and possess 4n pi electron, then it will be considered as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So if a molecule do not obey these properties of aromatic and anti-aromatic hydrocarbon, then that hydrocarbon will be considered as non-aromatic hydrocarbon. For example, we can see over here the cyclopenta-1,3-diene molecule, and we can see that it is a cyclic molecule, so it possesses the property of aromatic and anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. It is not fully conjugated because this 4 carbon is sp2 hybridized, but this carbon is not sp2 hybridized, so it have not a planar structure because it have an sp3 hybridized carbon atom. So this molecule is considered to be non-aromatic because it do not obey the property of aromatic hydrocarbon as well as anti-aromatic hydrocarbon, and that also do not obey the Huckel rule because these pi electrons do not delocalize on all the atom of the ring. So this molecule is considered as non-aromatic hydrocarbon because this molecule do not obey the property the property of aromatic and anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. Similarly, we can see over here the tetrahydrofurane molecule. It is cyclic molecule. Yes, it is fully conjugated. No, we can't see any conjugation in this molecule, and all the carbon atom in this ring is sp3 hybridized. So it have not a planar structure, and it do not obey the Huckel rule. So it is a non-aromatic hydrocarbon. Here is an open chain hydrocarbon. it have a conjugation, but it is an open chain hydrocarbon, so it do not obey the first property of aromatic and anti-aromatic hydrocarbon. So this molecule is considered as a non-aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is all about the aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic hydrocarbon. Here are some practice questions, and for each molecule, you have to mention that whether the given molecule is aromatic, non-aromatic, or anti-aromatic. And for each molecule, people have properly mentioned that if this naphthalene molecule is aromatic, then properly state that this molecule is aromatic because it is fully conjugated, it have a planar structure, it possesses 6 pi electron here, 10 pi electron, so it's obey the Huckel rule, so therefore it is considered as aromatic hydrocarbon. And if it is not aromatic, then justify your answer with proper statement. Summary of today's lecture. We have studied in detail the aromatic hydrocarbons. We define aromatic hydrocarbons and then study the various characteristic properties of aromatic hydrocarbons, anti-aromatic hydrocarbons, and non-aromatic hydrocarbons, and then applied the characteristic properties on certain hydrocarbons to know that whether the given hydrocarbon are aromatic, anti-aromatic, or non-aromatic. These are the recommended books for further reading, and you can also follow the Muhammad Yunus book of organic chemistry for further studies. Thank you.